There are many forms of jumps with additional weights, and with Mars they encompass 3 vertical jumps where an additional load is added to the subject. These kinds of jumps are among the most often used tests for testing the maximal anaerobic power output of the lower extremities. The squat jump represents the concentric, while both hops represent an eccentric-concentric muscle action. Based on the parameters derived from the ground reaction force and flight time, changes that appear as the result of increased mass can be studied. Enter the Jump with Additional Weights test module from the main window by clicking on the Jump with Additional Weights icon. Make sure you have acquired the subject's body weight beforehand. Consistently with the organization of all the Mars test modules, the interface is divided into a left setup panel, a right analysis panel, a bottom measurement panel, and the central signals and results area. Before starting the measurement, appropriate input parameters must be determined in the setup panel. These are lower extremities, where you can choose among the following: bilateral jump, jump with the left leg, or jump with the right leg, and additional load where you can choose among different amounts of added weight. To start with a measurement, click on the New Measurement button. After launching the test module and clicking New Measurement, initialization and offset takes place. During this time, the subject should not be on the force plate. If necessary, the measurement mode can be cancelled by pressing the Cancel button. Before starting the measurements, the subject must assume the appropriate initial position, being knees and hips flexed to 90 degrees, torso leaned slightly forward, and eyes directed to the front. The goal of the task is to perform one explosive vertical squat jump with no prior counter movement and 2 additional hops, all as powerfully and quickly as possible. Initiate the measurement by clicking the Start button. While landing after the first jump and the 2 consecutive hops, the very first contact has to be performed with extended legs and the feet in plantar flexion. The measurement stops automatically after the second hop. It can also be stopped manually by pressing the Stop button in the lower panel. The measurement can be repeated by clicking on New Measurement, thus not saving the previous repetition. If you are satisfied with the measurement, you can save it. The central window displays the ground reaction force signal measured by the force plate. Markers are positioned automatically on the most relevant spots used for analysis. Initiate the measurement by pressing the Start button. Takeoff and landing can be easily identified by the moment when the ground reaction force falls to 0 and starts to increase again. Every jump has 2 cursors, Start and Takeoff. The cursors positioned on Start, Takeoff, and Landing can be manually adjusted. Other cursors are adjusted automatically. If again automatic positioning is required, click Analyze, and the cursors will be repositioned according to your settings specifications. If the cursors are repositioned, the new analysis can be saved as a new measurement by pressing Save. Under these tabs, you can find the graphical presentation of the relationship of the normalized vertical takeoff velocity to the added load, and the relationship of the relative power to the added load. If the subject has performed the test with different loads, then you can observe the trend of the relative power and vertical takeoff velocity for different loads. For example, in our case, the subject has performed the test with 0, 20, 40, 60, and 80 kilograms. The data from the analysis can be viewed under the Results Table tab. The results of the squat jump and the higher of the 2 hops parameters are divided into 3 main groups. General parameters. These include different velocity, acceleration, force, power, and work parameters Additionally, various time profiles and force impulse parameters are calculated. A more thorough description of the parameters can be accessed by right-clicking on the parameter name. Options for displaying specific sets of parameters can be accessed under the Parameters View menu in the right panel. For more information on this topic, please refer to Tutorial 7.